Hi everyone, welcome back. One of the major changes that will come with 3.23 is the ship weapon gimbal system change. As in one of my previous videos that I found this out the hard way, and I have been testing and trying to figure out how exactly this change comes about. So in this video, I will share with you what I have found out, and hopefully it will also help you understand this better. And if you know more about this change, please add in the comments below. Thank you. Now let's go. First of all, let's take a look at what the patch note says about this change. Gunnery gimbal modes and turrets. By default, all ships and turrets are now equipped with gimbals. There are a few exceptions. When the guns have been built into the frame of the spaceship itself, the nose guns of the Vanguard, the S7 guns of the Ares, I think both Ares Ion and Ares Inferno, or in general on all the Vandu ships. I think we only have one Vandu ship, the Vandu Theiss. The glaive, but the glaive is Asperia glaive, right? It's not the Vandu ships. I think it's just the Vandu Scythe. And also, there is no one size down when you equip gimbals. So if you equipped a gimbal mount size 3, you can equip a size 3 guns for that gimbals. However, I found out that some gimbal mount, you can choose to gimbal one size smaller guns. Not all of them, but some of them. If you have a size 3 gimbal mount, you can choose to put a size 2 guns or a size 3 guns. It's up to your choice. I don't know if that's intended or that's a bug. Auto gimbal mode has been removed for pilots and is now exclusively available to turrets for the time being. I use auto gimbal mode a lot so that I could do some space combat in third-person mode to record some cinematic videos. But now we don't have this auto gimbal option anymore. But for the pilot guns, we do have menu gimbal mode. Gimbal modes are now also affecting fire rates and the spread angles. Fixed modes have the highest fire rate, which means the highest DPS output. Today is April 23rd, Tuesday. We got a new EPTU patch, and in that new EPTU patch, it says lowered gimbal and scattergun fire rates. So if the fire rate was lowered before and after today, it is lowered even more for the menu and auto gimbal. Also in today's patch note, it says this: targeting. Disabled requirement to scan a target before sub-targets are available. That is good news because you don't have to scan your target before you can sub-target. You can just select your target and sub-target. We're going to be testing that as well in a little bit. So now let's do a little test. I have two Origin 85X. So as you can see, my loadout, the first Origin 85X, I removed all the gimbal mount from my weapons. So I have 4 size 1 weapons, even though I removed the gimbal mount from this little turret on the 85X. And these 2 weapons will still be gimbaled weapons. However, these 2 over here, they will be fixed weapons. And for the 85X number 2, and you can see I left all the gimbal mount on the ship. However, these 2 gimbal mounts under the turret doesn't make sense because whether you have those 2 gimbal mounts or not, if this is a turret, you will still have 2 gimbaled weapons, even if you remove these 2 gimbal mounts. So I'm going to remove these 2 gimbal mounts and put these 2 bulldog repeaters here, and these 2 will still be gimbaled weapons. And plus these 2 main weapons on the wings, and they have the gimbal mount mounted over here. So let's test it. This first 85X, these are 2 fixed weapons with 2 turret weapons in the bottom. So no gimbal mount for this 85X. I am in SCM mode and I am gonna give full power to weapon. And you can see my capacitor goes from 41 to 62. Oh, I got an enemy coming toward me. Oh, that's an NPC. You know what? Let's do some real combat right here. Ooh, so much desync. So much desync. Oh, this ship is jumping all over the place. I can't fight like this. It's crazy. What the? Yeah, the server is really bad and EPTU. Hopefully this won't come to live like this. Oh, there we go. Oh! Shoot, this is bad. Yeah, can't do a combat like this. Alright, let's resume our test. Now, I am in fixed gimbal mode, which is fixed mode, since there is no auto gimbal or anything. I'm gonna fire at this in any jump. You can see the speed of my bullets. It's like this. So as the patch note says, there is no auto gimbal mode for pilot guns, but we have a manual gimbal mode. If you press G, you can see you have this manual gimbal mode, and I'm going to fire at this 890 jump. Now you can see the bullet speed, the firing speed is slower. And if you're wondering why only 2 of my guns is firing, so this will bring us to the next point. In case where a ship has a mix of gimbaled and fixed weapons, the fixed weapons will not fire outside of the fixed gimbal mode. So right now I'm using the auto gimbal mode, not the fixed gimbal mode. That's why only my 2 turreted weapons are firing, and 2 of my fixed weapons on the wings will refuse to fire. But if I switch back, I press G, switch back to fixed gimbal mode, all my weapons are firing with the highest firing rate, you can see. Alright, this 85X are equipped with all the gimbal mount. So right now I'm using the fixed gimbal mode. From 62, go down to 0. Now I'm switching to manual gimbal mode. So press G, you can see. Now I'm firing. You can see my bullet count goes down slower. It's not like very significantly slower, but it is slower. So the number goes down like this. And switching back to fixed gimbal mode, the number goes down a lot faster. Like this. Next point is the sub-targeting. I am not even scanning the ship, but now I can sub-target over here. Sub-target, main engine, turret base. I'm just keep changing the different sub-targeting target guns, different. And you can even see the pip changes when you sub-target. It goes to different point, sub-targeting point. So I'm really glad for the sub-targeting change. You don't have to scan, because if you want to scan the ship, right now you're in the SCM gun mode. And you can switch to, this is the scanning mode. Once you switch to scanning mode, which is the middle mouse button by default, and then you have to scan, just hold your left mouse button and you can see the scan progress. What's wrong? Let me scan again. You should have all the information for the ship once you finish scanning. The scanning function is not very consistent. Earlier, when I scanned the ship, I have all the information listed on the right-hand side of my screen. But right now, I try to scan. It doesn't tell me anything. Let's switch to a different ship. For this F8 Lightning, on the nose, I'm using 2 size 3 NDBs. On the top turret, 2 size 2 NDBs. And here on the wings, this is 2 size 2 NDBs. And this one is a size 1 NDB. Like I said earlier, this gimbal mount is a size 2 gimbal mount. I have the option to mount a size, either a size 1 or a size 2 guns here. But I choose to mount a size 1. I want to make a little difference. So to test my next point. The reason to test this is right now different size guns. Even they're same guns, same brands, but they have different speed. And that could cause some problems. The patch note says this: pips are now calculated per weapon and are visible summarized in groups with the same projectile speed. The more diverse weapons you mount, the more pips will be visible. The following points are persistent options. In 3.23, they can only be changed via keybinds. So pip grouping allows you to change whether pips are combined or shown for every individual weapon. Gunnery UI magnification will increase the visible size of the pips and the Crosshair. Precision line will give you of how close you need to be on target based on the aim assist and the spread values. Pip fading allows you to set whether the pips fade away when they are directly over the target or too far away from the Crosshair. Let's take a look at the keybinds for these. So if you go to vehicle weapons, if you keep going down, suppress aim assist, we'll look at later. Cycle fire mode, staggered and combined. This is very useful. And toggle lead and lag pips. I use this a lot as well. Here, pip combination type toggle. I choose toggle. So here you can set pip combination type, set 1 pip per weapon, or set 1 pip per weapon type. So let's check this out. If I press this keybind, now you can see I have a pip for every single weapon, calculated by different projectile speed. You can see we have many different circles in different locations. They are actually quite close together, but if you are using even more different types of weapons, if you combine ballistics with lasers with different type of weapons, or even laser with cannons, those circles is going to be even more widely separated. Right now I'm using all NDBs, I'm using laser repeaters. But still, different size of laser repeaters. You can see different circles right here. So that is what that keybind is. If I press that keybind again, combine them into one type of weapon, now you can see I have 1 pip. But if I want every pip for every weapon, now you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. Yep, they're quite close together. That's good. You can still hit the target. So this will bring us to the topic of how can you effectively combine different types of weapons and different size of weapons for effective combat. The next 2 keybinds are actually quite useful. Under the pip combination type, pip precision line toggle, I set 1 keybind, and also pip fading toggle. Here are how it works. Right now you can see the green pip and also 2 lines on each side. If I turn it off, first keybind I'm pressing is to toggle the pip fade on and off. So I turn the pip on like this, and you can see I have a green circle like that. And if I want to toggle the precision lines, and you can see those are the 2 precision lines. I haven't figured out exactly how it tells me, but one thing I found out, if you go to a certain distance, the line becomes gray or black, which means you're probably too far away from target. Now, this green, you are within firing range. You can hit your target. From here, you can't hit your target. That is actually quite useful. And the next keybind is the pip magnification. So if I press this keybind, you can see my pip is that big, which I really don't like it. Yeah, but it is there. So magnification, magnifying your pip like this. And let's find this keybind. Vehicle weapon. There we go. Gunnery UI magnification toggle right here. And next very useful keybind is here because I'm using a throttle and a stick. I just set this to one of my squirrel wheel. So menu convergence distance, increase and decrease. My convergence is go to the minimum like this right here. If I just roll the squirrel wheel, you can see my convergence goes more. This is actually quite useful. I don't have to go to menu to set it. I just use my keybind to do it. So you can set into your keybind for this function as well. Very useful. Next one is Gosh, there are just so many details for this. I'm trying to cover as much as I know, but if I'm missing anything, please leave in the comments so we can learn from each other. Oh, the next one is very, very good. Precision targeting toggle. We now have a precision targeting mode. But if you go to the precision targeting mode, your firing speed will be lowered as well. Let's test this out. So targeting the A90 jump. And I press this keybind to go to precision targeting mode. Look at this. Press. Oh, it doesn't work. What? Work. Come on, work. Hello? Wake up. Still doesn't work. All right, let's switch back to precision mode. Oh, it doesn't work. Why? I finally figured it out. You have to scan the ship and then you can enter into the precision targeting mode. And this is the precision targeting mode. And no wonder, because my scan was not functioning earlier. So whatever your crosshair is aiming at is the sub-targeting target. You can see over here. So this is abandoned ship. I'm just gonna open fire on this. So right here, you can see I am putting my sub-target on here. Sub-targeting here. And if I go back, you can see my sub-targeting is main engine. Okay, this is one of the main engine. It doesn't tell you it's front or back. Ooh, let's see what sub-targeting we can have for this county. So quantum drive, shield generators. Quantum drives, shield generator. Oh, it's going back and forth between quantum drive and shield generator. I guess it's targeting where my crosshair is aiming at. So if I do over here, guns. All right. It's sub-targeting where your crosshair is close to. All right, going back to precision targeting mode. Look at that. I'm targeting this gun. And I'm shooting at this gun. And you can see this is my firing rate in the precision targeting mode. If I back out from precision targeting, this is my firing rate. Precision targeting, this is my firing rate. Ooh, it slows down a lot. Okay, backing out of the precision targeting mode. And now you can see I'm sub-targeting this gun. Oh, finally. Oh, destroy this engine. And my targeting pip is still on this destroyed engine. Wow. What? Okay, I'm switching to a different sub-target. Oh, I can switch back to this destroyed engine. I don't need to focus on this engine anymore once it's destroyed. Okay, sub-targeting over here, sub-targeting here. So my precision targeting, I can target guns, engines, basically all the sub-targets. You can see this is the engine. I can also target this little snub fighter as well. My firing rate is really slow. Well, you have the advantage and disadvantage. So precision targeting is more precise. But in order to use precision targeting, you have to scan the ship. Alright, let's move to our next topic, which is aiming assist. Which is very simple. Most of you already know. So if you see that white square, as long as you shoot within that white square, your aiming assist will help you to bring your bullets to target. You can see. But if I'm aiming a little bit away from the target, you can see it's not hitting the pip, the red pip right there. If I fire within the white square, oh, come on. Alright, resume. So my gun's not charging, but oh, you have left the channel. I have left my ship. Oh boy. So there is a keybind that might be useful. Same thing, go to vehicle weapons. Under these gimbal keybind settings, there is one called suppress aim assist hold. I assign to a button. So as long as I hold this button, my aim assist will not work. So here is my suppress aim assist button. So when I press it, you can see my crosshair changed a little bit, like this. So as long as I'm pressing it, my aim assist will not work. So the bullet will hit. Oh, it works now. Great. Without suppressing aim assist, oh, it stopped working. This game. Alright, so as long as I hold this button, the bullet will hit wherever I fire. It will not give me aim assist, even when I fire within the white square. It's very simple. I don't have to explain further. Alright, so this is it, guys. The server is struggling and I am struggling. There are still more details about this gimbal and new weapon system, and I don't want to put in this video because I feel like it's gonna confuse you if I put too much details. And these are the basics, what I think are very important for this new coming 3.23 if you want to be more ready. However, if you want to add anything that's important, you think, feel free to leave in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.